Hello everybody, this is John Hardy and we are back with you to do our show today, and our show today is about the winning way of teams, and I'm going to use some athletic analogies today to help kind of connect the dots, because there's some really cool things in the whole dynamics of athletics.
You know, one thing that strikes me about your show, John, is how do you come up with your show titles? There's a lot of people out there trying to write blogs, trying to do this stuff, and And the reason I say it, folks, is that consistently you get listened to on iTunes.
Yes, that's
consistently. And we're talking thousands of people.
Yes.
Now, the only reason they're listening, a lot of the times iTunes will tell you, it's because of the title. How do you come up with your title?
That's a really interesting story.
Because he wasn't expecting the question.
No, not at all. No, it's a really interesting story, because I remember, we're now almost 2 years into this gig. When I was thinking about doing this, I always thought I actually couldn't come up with creative titles. Always thought that. And I began just to capture my thoughts, and I wrote them down. So I've got my 21-day principle, I've got my red flag, I've got many of things like that, and all I did was capture my thoughts. I capture my stories. And that's all I've done in the way I've come up with the titles for what I come up with, for the way I want to communicate my message. I'm thinking about me and how I tell my story and how I want it to come across and what I think I'm actually trying to communicate. And so that's kind of when I was up there early this morning doing my prep and thinking about my content and thinking about the people that listen and the people that watch us, and how can I help capture that initial thought that will be memorable for you to help you move forward in what's going on in your world. And
I know your story a little bit. And when you was talking about winning ways of teams, and I know this is how you like to communicate, is this at the heart of winning ways of team? Is it getting everyone the communication? Not necessarily all agree with each other all the time.
Oh, no, not at all. No.
But we understand each other's language and stories. What is this winning ways of teams?
Well, we all know there's no I in team. No, we've used that one over and over again.
Yes.
But there is me in teams, so we can play that. So that's fun to do. Teams really is about the whole construct of you supporting the other person to help them be successful. So I played soccer. I used to play first division soccer here in Western Australia. So I played sports a lot myself. I played a lot of team sports. I've also been a coach, athletics coach for over 12 years. And yes, some of those in athletics are individual sports, but we were a club. We were a team. And so we would train individually, but we would then perform as a team and compete against other teams in the various events that athletics are all about. And I think it's that sense in us, when we're talking about teams, is how can I help the other person be successful? That's the power of what team. So if in soccer, if I pass the ball to the person's foot so they can actually use that ball well and accurately, then I'm actually helping them be the best they can be with their skills. But if I pass it behind them or too wide or too slow, and a player cuts them off and gets the ball, then I haven't achieved helping them be successful. I've actually exposed them as being weak, and have exposed myself as being ineffective. And this is the dynamic of the power of winning teams, is understanding it's not about me, but it's about us and what I can do to help us be actually better than the person individually. And the power of corporate is amazing. There's a parable that says two stand together are better than one alone. And it really is powerful, and it goes on to say that a threefold cord is not easily broken.
No.
It's really powerful. And the intertwining, and this is what happens in teams, is that we become intertwined, interconnected, interdependent, and the power of what we do because of that actually builds and enables everybody to be more effective. It's like the Clydesdale horse can pull 8 ton, one horse.
Yes.
If I put two of them together, I triple their ability. So they can pull 24 ton, two of them.
So that's the beauty about teams. And I remember reading an analogy, and it was about war, because being ex-military. And they're saying, you have a dictator, and he's got say an IQ, say he's got an IQ, what's a high IQ? I don't know.
130, 140?
Yeah. So say he's got an IQ of 130, 140. But you've got 10 other countries who he decides to fight against, but their average leaders have got an IQ of 50. But 10 times 50 is 500. He can't win. And this is what you're saying about teams, the multiplication factor.
Absolutely.
And it strikes me as you sharing the knowledge as well, because you give your knowledge on the show every week, and you're actually giving all this stuff because your belief is if I help other people, you get helped.
Oh, absolutely. You know, there's another proverb that says, if I cast the bread upon the water, it's going to come back to me many days. Now, it doesn't come back to me soggy.
No.
So which is how does bread and water and bread doesn't come back soggy?
Yeah.
Something to really think about. And the power of me giving away, there is a powerful principle. What you sow, you will reap.
Yeah.
Another powerful proverb and insight. And so I love doing this because this is what the essence of who I am is. I have a team of people. You know, we've got 900,000 plus listen to us.
Yep.
We've got lots here in Western Australia listen to us. And I passionately want to help you as business owners, business leaders, executive leaders to do more, to do better than what you are doing now. And so we are a team. Yeah. And by sharing this story, and we're going to ask you to share your opinions and your comments and feedback, because that will help us as a team lift.
Oh, absolutely.
And if we lift, and my other one is my 1% principle, if we only lift all of us together just 1% collectively, the powerful difference of that of thousands lifting 1% is absolutely phenomenal, what the difference we can actually make. That's why, if we understand the principles that I'll be sharing in the show today, the principles of developing a winning team, and because you can't do it by yourself. No man is an island. You isolate yourself, you lose. You really do lose. Those who withdraw, another proverb, I've got lots of them.
I know.
Those who withhold tend to poverty. You will lose. But if you're on a winning team, you are a giver, you're an engager. And so we've got a whole great show to share with you today. So what I want you to do is, just below where we are on YouTube, you'll see there's comments. I am looking forward for your feedback because we want to help develop a powerful winning team here on this channel, which is so exciting, and we're looking forward so much to do that together. The power of winning teams.
Fantastic.
It's really cool. We'll be back in just a short while.